Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. How is everybody today? Hope you're all doing well. All right, I'll give you guys a few moments to get in here. Yeah, it's already the end of the month, darn near. I can't believe it. Hello, Amber. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Hello, Stardust. And it looks like we had a donation come in from Amber, so I'll go ahead and add you to that list. So, Amber. This. All right, and we're gonna be working with a new deck today. I'm super excited. I just got this yesterday, and I only did one flip through looking at every card, but like I was connecting so much to every card, and even though it seems to be a pretty lighthearted deck, there's a lot of deep and like shadow aspects of this deck that I'm looking to really include in what I do here so that we can really tune into those darker areas of life so that we can heal them, feel them, deal with them, release them, all the things. Just here and there, just a little sad about yesterday's shooting. Yeah. The only reason I heard about that was my dad, who never texts me, just sent me a screenshot of it with no explanation or anything. It's just kind of like, what are you doing? I don't watch the news or anything, so that's the only reason I know about it. And yeah, it's crazy. It's sad. Oh, so much I could say about that, but like we're not going to go there because I don't need this channel shut down. But anyway, yeah, we have the Grunge Tarot we are working with today. Yes. So excited to. This has been kind of on my wish list for a really long time, and I had some birthday money that you guys may know, I don't really like to spend money on myself. I talk about that a lot here, but I was like, you know what? I justified it by saying I could use this for readings and all this stuff. So that's what we're doing. And yeah, the symbolism on this is just, of course, very 90s vibe. I love it. We get the Hierophant here, High Priestess. Let's just see what else we got. Page of Pentacles. I mean, wow, I'm loving it. But we'll use this deck, maybe not for every reading today or, however many readings we have, but I feel called to at least use it in whatever readings I'm feeling called, but for sure, the collective reading. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if I should bring this light over a bit. Now I'm washed out, but let's turn it down. There we go. It's too dark. I don't know. Hello, IT guy. Welcome. Yeah, we got Wheel of Fortune. We got the Seven of Wands. I love the Magician card in this deck. If it comes out, I will explain why. Maybe I'll just say it right now. Let me find it. It's Kurt Cobain. Like, duh, come on. I got chills. He's coming in. Let's find the Magician card real quick. Shouldn't take me long, hopefully. There's only 78 cards. Watch it be the last. But look, even the Ten of Pentacles has like a Nirvana logo on that little poster or window or whatever that is. And this is like the Nevermind album, but like way more involved. I have that. No, I took it out. It's downstairs. Like it's up there, but no, it's not. Let me find it real quick, and then we will get into our collective reading. Come on, Kurt, where are you? No. Did I pass it? I don't think so. There he is. Okay. The Magician. Look at Kurt. So cute. I love it. Yeah, but this is, this whole deck I'm just completely inspired by right now. Yeah, thinking of him since yesterday. That's so cool. Long time ago, believe. Oh, wait. Is that the deck I sent you on IG? Maybe it is. I don't know. I've had this one on my wish list for a while. It might be the one that you sent me. I'm not sure how I discovered this one. I know Kurt didn't tell me about it like he did the Urban Tarot. The Urban Tarot deck. Yeah, that was crazy. He's like, you need to get an Urban Tarot deck. And I'm like, what even is that? Is that a thing? I went up on Amazon and found it. I'm like, wow. And I did some flip throughs just to see if it's something I actually needed. And I'm like, wow, yes. I needed it. Well, I don't know if need is the right word, but I've benefited a lot from using it in readings. I even used it in the reading that I did on Kurt Cobain on Patreon, which was really amazing. All right, so let's see. I remember sending you the pic of the. Oh, that's right, you did. Now it's coming back. Yes, I'm pretty sure it was you that inspired me to get this. And Jesse did a reading for me yesterday, which was so amazing and like on point. Was it yesterday? Was it Monday? See, days just fly by. I don't even know. I think it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. Um, but wow, she's on point. And she used it's a chakra wisdom deck, and I've seen that deck many times. Like other readers have used it since probably 2016 when I very first started watching pick of cards and stuff on YouTube. And I've always wanted that deck, but when I saw it in person, I'm like, it really, really called to me. I'm like, I'm gonna order that. So it'll be here today. Not in time, obviously, for this live stream, but it will be here hopefully by Friday because it's supposed to be here today for the live stream on Friday. All right. So, yes, the synchronicities have been on point lately. Yes, thinking about him too. It was like out of nowhere. Oh, that is so cool. Maybe he's just pumping up the collective consciousness for something. I don't know. He's very instrumental. Kurt Cobain, that's who we're talking about. Very instrumental in inspiring people for like putting codes of awakening within our work, be it writing, music, art. He was involved in all of those things, writing, music, and art. He loved all those things. He didn't like to be just labeled as a grunge musician or whatever. I mean, yeah, that's where he really shined, but he loved art of all kinds. All kinds, yeah. Yeah, you were never a fan of Nirvana. And not to say I wasn't a fan. I mean, I obviously knew their hits, and I had the Nevermind album growing up because, you know, the naked baby on the front is like, what is this? This is crazy. So, like, Columbia House, you could order, like, 12 CDs for a penny back in the day, and I was like, oh, let's see what this is about. And, of course, it had Smells Like Teen Spirit on there. No, yes. I think it did. I don't remember at this point. But I did have that song, so whatever album that was on. See, I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure it was on Nevermind. But yeah, and I wouldn't have ever called myself like a super fan of Nirvana. Like in 2016 when he first started coming to me, I'm like, I don't even remember how he died. I think he overdosed. Like I didn't even know. And then of course he told me the whole thing, like the whole story, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what happened. If you want to know, you can check out Patreon to get kicked off this live stream. Yes. Okay. Anyway, let's get into our collective reading. I've rambled long enough, but I just want to make sure we give enough time for everybody to get in here. So this, I'm not really putting like a time frame on this. This is just going to resonate for however long it resonates. But I'm really seeing these energies happening between now and at least the next 2 weeks, if not longer for some of you, because these energies just never hard stop. But let's just see what we kind of need to know over the next, however long. For all of us watching now and the replay, we have the Knight of Swords. So there might be some communication coming in. And I think it's the 2nd or 3rd of June, Mercury's going to go direct again. And then it takes about another week for it to really start moving forward or appearing to move forward. They never actually move backward. Retrograde planets are much like when you have two cars that are driving in lanes next to each other and one just going faster than the other. It appears the other one's going backwards, but it's not. It's just, Earth, where we're at, is just moving forward in a quicker direction or quicker speed than whatever, or just our vantage point from Earth, I should say, not Earth itself, if that makes sense. Have I confused you? I've confused me. But yes, Knight of Swords. This is communication coming in specifically once Mercury goes direct. Things that may have been held up or things you didn't understand, you're getting clarity on. It might even be that you're taking action on something. Watch what you say. Don't just say something without thinking about it first, because sometimes you can bite yourself in the butt with the Knight of Swords because they speak without thinking. They just dive in and do things and then they pay the consequences later. So this is about check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. All right, what else do we have going on? Collective watching now and the replay. Ooh, 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, and this is like, it's like she's pregnant, but 7 of Pentacles is patient. So it's like she's not quite ready to deliver. This to me feels like a second trimester kind of energy. with like pregnancy. So it's like kind of the midpoint of something you've been working on, or you're not quite seeing the result of what you've been working on, or maybe some of you are just starting something. I think you've already maybe gotten the idea for it at the very least, if not already taken some action on it, if that's the case. But there's just this element of patience and nurturing. The mom in the second trimester has to nurture her own body to be able to take best care of that child. So this is just nurturing yourself, self-love, self-care, taking care of things around your home, getting all your, little to-do list items that are just kind of bumbling around in your brain. Get those ticked off your list, or if there's something you're never going to do, take them off your list. So this can free up some mental energy and some physical energy as well. Um, you never heard of him until Amanda talked about him. And then same with Amber. Wow. Wait, is that what you said? Even I had not heard about him. Yeah, wow, interesting. And then the Queen of Swords just like got stuck in my chair here. So you may be dealing with someone who's kind of more harsh with their words. Maybe you've been feeling a little more harsh with your words, and that's why that warning to kind of, check yourself before you wreck yourself with what's going on. I'm kind of reading that already right now. Jyoti, is that how you say your name? Collective reading for like the next couple weeks to a month, however long it resonates for you. So if you want to scroll back a little bit and watch this reading, it might apply to you. But just watching someone, because this Queen of Swords is looking a little rough. I mean, she's like crying blood, like, and it says here fate. So this might be closing out some sort of karmic cycle with someone from a past life. But this someone stands out. This isn't someone you're emotionally connected to. To me, this feels Jesse. Oh my gosh, this is just boom, right on with what I'm going to be doing this weekend. And of course, yes, this is wow, so perfect. Closing out cycles, karmic cycles, and just configuring steps for the future, planning for the future, making things happen for the future. But again, not doing it so hastily, but really thinking it through and then taking action on it. You were saying that in your mind. Yes, we're on the same wavelength the last few days, haven't we, then? Right. What else do we have going on? We have here the Fool. Yes. So this is closing out those old karmic cycles. This, like, I'm seeing like midweek, which we're at right now, through the weekend, even going into about this time next week, you're really working diligently to close out some old cycles and start something new. So some of you may be moving, Jesse. Some of you may be moving, or just trying something new, or going back to something that you had been working on. But again, because it's Mercury retrograde, things that might be going on for you now may be reversed in the future. Even if that's the case for you, just know you had to go through this kind of, like for my example, if there's something, maybe part of a scene that I'm writing in my book, and I'm writing it during Mercury retrograde, and then maybe after Mercury retrograde's over, I'm like, wow, I kind of made a mistake with that. I think I'm going to go back and kind of fix what I said. And I can do that because the book isn't published. I can still go back and fix it. And I see, for your guys' example, maybe you made a mistake at work, or, just something going on that you made a mistake with, or you're like, oh, I now have to redo that or something. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but you needed to have the mistake of it so that you could really get that solid foundation built beneath you with whatever this is in regards to. I see. Okay. So what else do we have going on for, I don't know, next couple weeks or so? All right. We have here positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people, situations, and avoid negativity. Again, this isn't that, as they label it, toxic positivity, where we're love and lighting it all away, pretending it doesn't exist. No, we're not spiritually bypassing anything here. We are feeling whatever we're feeling, even if that is negative, but then finding our way through it, or feeling our way through it, so that we can experience more positive stuff going on. All right. And I just heard there's this need to take like a break or a vacation, or just breathe, get your bearings, breathe. But again, with the positivity, watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. And that, again, getting into that spiritually bypassing territory of, oh, I don't have any issues. Those bills I have to pay, they'll just go away. No, they won't. But like, just, watching your thoughts. Yes, I have these bills. Facing the fact, okay, I have these bills. Maybe I can't pay them right now, but I'm working toward paying them off in the future. Or, maybe something you're worried about, or whatever it is. Worry it's like you're borrowing trouble. And I know worrying is like a totally valid human thing that we all do, but that's really projecting your power into the future, which we don't have any control over. The only thing we have control over is our reaction to present moment and the actions we're taking in the present moment. And watching your thoughts and trying to infuse it with as much positive energy as you can while dealing with the more negative aspects is what we're aiming for here. Let's get one more before we get into our readings. And we're going to start out with Amber. So Amber, you can already go ahead and post your question. And then Katie R is our next donation as well, which I will update the list. Anyone else looking to get a reading today, personal reading, you can always send a donation. And again, all your lovely donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. She's still living in a camper trailer, and we are hoping this year will be the year we can get her some other living situation. All right, and your donations definitely help with that. But then we have here, pay attention. Notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. Yes, the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities have been off the chain for me lately. The numbers, the like animal symbolism has been a whole thing for me personally. Speaking of animal symbolism, I'm being called to this deck now. One more. We'll do one more. Oh, your question's on PayPal. I will do that. Oh, I will donate and come back. Perfect. Get to Leka. We'll get you on the list. All right. One more message. But yeah, this is you paying attention to those repetitive signs. If you notice something once, it still could be a sign. But if you're seeing the same number, the same symbol, 2 or 3 times, 4 times, more times than that, definitely a message from your guides or your higher self alerting you to something that is valuable information for you. Okay, what else do we need to know? Last card, Peacock. Let yourself stand out and be noticed. And we have 2 cards with the word notice. Notice repetitious, I can't read. Notice repetitious signs and symbols, whatever, and let yourself stand out and be noticed. Very interesting. So paying attention. And remember, we can't pay attention if our energy is projected in the future or the past or anywhere but our present moment. So getting present, to pay attention, to put that deposit down on your future right now. I love it. Okay. We are here for it. Okay, so we had another donation come in for Steph. So we got Steph here. So I will update my list right quick here, and then we'll read Amber's question and get right into that. Once I get all this put away. And take a drink of my water. New water bottle. I showed it off on the last live stream, but it was the tabletop version, so I don't know how well you can see it. But I'm always talking about I need a better water bottle. Well, here it is. It's not loud. It's not hard to get the water out of the straw. It's just effortless. And 8 ounces bigger than my last 32 ounces. It's a 40 ounce. And my husband even bought me this protective sleeve to put on the bottom because my kids and me, I'm not going to just blame it on them, we're always dropping this bad boy. So not this one specifically yet, thank goodness. But my last one, it was just dented everywhere on the bottom and maybe even some up here. But this will help protect it a little bit so it'll last even longer. My one water bottle from way back, like I'm not the guy that has 15 water bottles. I have one water bottle at any given time, and I literally use it until it's pretty much on its last legs. You're so welcome, Jesse. Absolutely. All right. Anyway, ramble. I'm just side tangents for days, but that's what I get for having my South Node in the 3rd house with Neptune. I can just go off on 50 tangents while telling one story. You get 14 stories at the same time. Non-linearly put together. You can put them together. That's why me writing everything down in my stories, it's like I get these scene ideas, and then of course I know like the main points, but then the scenes that go between them. Sometimes I have to mix up the order, and I'm trying to make it so the scenes actually make sense in order, and that if I had taken one scene and moved it to something else, like that doesn't make sense there. That's my biggest goal anytime I am writing, is to make everything just flow to the next, rather than feeling like episodic. Okay, what do we got going on for Amber? No, first I'm going to update the list. That's what I'm going to do. So Amber is first, and then Katie R, and then Steph, or Miss Free, I think is her new name here. Miss Free, something like that. And then when Githaleka comes back, we will add her as well. So there is where we're at. I'm going to check my email for, let me close my other browser here that doesn't really need to be up. Give us some more time and space and memory for this live stream. Okay, 2 seconds while I check my email here. Okay, so is that it? There we go. My birthday is on 27th of May. Well, happy early birthday. Not sure if I will be able to attend the live stream that day as it's a holiday for my daughter and husband. So my question is, what exciting, beautiful messages Spirit have, or does Spirit, my higher self, and my special team have for me on my birthday? Thank you. And lots of love and blessings. Well, much love and blessings to you as well, Amber. And I'm going to get to look on the list. She just donated as well. So yes, let's get that beautiful, lovely message from Spirit for Amber's birthday. All right, what does Spirit have for Amber on her birthday? And a lot of times birthdays kind of do indicate, one solar return to the next. So basically the next year's worth of energy. But we'll see kind of the more recent energy kind of reverberating out. Oh, how cool. Happy early birthday to you too, Katie. That's awesome. Ooh, Amber with 2, 3 fall in my lap. Ooh, so we have the 4 of Swords, the Tower, and the Star, which is cool. And I know these two weren't actually next to each other before because when I shuffled, yeah, they come next to each other in the tarot naturally from 16 to 17, isn't it? 16 to 17, like I said. I just had them in the backwards order. Number 16, then 17. But when I shuffle when you get the deck at first, they're all in the right order, right? But I made sure I shuffled this really good, and I know for a fact these two were not next to each other, just like as an accident, because that's how they came in the deck. Because I saw them in different, when I flipped through after I had shuffled a bunch earlier, they were not next to each other. So big tower moments that you have had or will continue to have coming up are for your highest good and putting you in alignment with your highest wishes, dreams, and desires. And here she is riding a cat, which is very interesting. I don't think I've ever, it's kind of got like strength vibes to it. Of course, we got the water bearer going on here as well, which is this Aquarius energy. This is Scorpio energy, if I'm not mistaken. But I definitely know this is Aquarius energy. Yeah, more towers. But again, this to me feels like I'm reading this person here as you. It's like you give 0 Fs about what's going on here. You are over the situation that is ending, or the situation, the relationship, the consequence, whatever it is that's going on in your life. You are over it and ready for it to be done. That's the beauty here, is you are ready. You are probably the one orchestrating this. But we also had the 4 of Swords coming out. So taking time off, resting when you can, doing things that really fill your cup up, like creative endeavors, things that mentally stimulate you in a good way, as far as maybe watching movies that you enjoy, or content that you enjoy, or maybe even creating content you enjoy. But this is all about healing after a broken heart. So, because this comes after the 3 of Swords. So this is about healing after something that was heartbreaking. And this could even be just collective grief from the past, things that have happened, people who have passed away. This is you just allowing yourself time to really tune into that energy so you can heal some more. There's healing here, which to have the 4 of Swords and the Star come out together is such a healing combination. This is healing. This is reward, recognition for all that healing work that you've done. What else? Birthday messages. Let's English properly. What other messages does Spirit have for Amber on her birthday, for her birthday? Page of Cups. There's that inspiration. Yes. This is that creativity, that inspiration. There's a hair on me. Inspiration from Spirit. Inspiration, as you rest, it's like you're downloading new ideas for your future. Plans, plots, creative endeavors, things that you can start taking action on eventually, but they feel very creative, very emotionally fulfilling to you. And let's see how many cups she's got on her tray here, because I think the symbolism is important. Yeah, she's got 3 cups here, which is about celebration. So you're going to be getting ideas over this next year, probably closer toward your birthday, maybe that 6 months between your birthday and what comes 6 months after your birthday? December? Is that November, December, somewhere in there, come after your birthday. I think 5 months or 6 months from May is November. Yeah. So between now and November, you're getting some beautiful ideas, creative ideas or inspirations about your life, what you need to leave behind, what you need to rest, recuperate, and heal from, what you need to step into to get here. The Page of Cups. So look at that. And she's holding the Three of Cups, which is celebration and soul family and emotional connections that feel really good to you. That's what you're getting as a result of allowing some of these towers to crumble that you already know. This is not coming out of left field, something you love that's crumbling. This is something that you already know. The writing's already on the wall. You're over it. You're ready to have this thing leave your life. So this is actually a blessing, major blessing for you. Speaking of blessings, let's go to this deck. Yeah, I do feel blocked right now as I cannot see what to do. I feel so confused and stuck. It's just what keeps coming up as rest and healing. Yep, because that will bring you your breakthrough. When you're busy, when you're stressed, when you're anxious, you don't allow a lot of mental space for ideas or clarity to come through, which they are wanting and ready and waiting to come through. But there just needs to be some time spent in speculation, introspection, and healing. But then we have the owl spirit wisdom. Yes, there's so much wisdom that wants to come to you right now. And we've got a lot of red going on here. She's wearing red. She's even wearing like red feather on her headdress thing kind of there, or headband. So to me, this is all about that root chakra. Getting grounded can really help heal you. Getting out in nature, if that's possible for you, connecting with animals, the water, earth, trees, flowers, plants, these can all benefit you. Crystals can all benefit you at this time because it'll help you close out that old cycle. We've got the number 27, which is what, 2 days after your birthday? 2 days after your birthday. So and also the number 9, so 27 adds up to 9. So this is closing out those old cycles. And it's like the wings on her back. It's like she's gaining the wings to fly. That's very beautiful. And they're kind of transparent. So it's like they're already there, but she doesn't know they're there. And she wishes they were there, but doesn't know that they are there. Yes, that's right. You said the 27th was your birthday, not 2 days after your birthday. I'm counting today because I keep thinking, oh, today's her birthday. No, it's the 27th. So literally the 27th is your birthday. So you're gaining wisdom. Spirit is bringing you wisdom. Your higher self is bringing you wisdom about your next steps, about bringing down these towers so that you can heal and step into what is meant for you over this next year, Amber, which is very powerful. So I hope that message resonated for you. What a great birthday message. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but like, is life ever easy? But it's going to be very fulfilling and rewarding when you can overcome the obstacles that are in your way, that stuckness, that stagnancy that you've been dealing with, that confusion. It's being cleared as you heal yourself and take some time to really tune into what your heart wants, what your soul wants. That'll really help and benefit you. All right, so let me just double check here. So let me get the list. We've got Katie R next up on the list. And then Steph is, or Miss Freeman, I think. Miss Free is next. So Katie R can post her question. And then Get to Like a Ray is after Miss Free. Okay, so I love this. I've been asking for the wisdom with clarity all the time. Yes, it's coming to you. And it's going to feel such a bigger reward because you have been waiting for so long and wanting this for so long that when it finally does come, you can have that gratitude and appreciation for it even more than you would have if it just came in right away for you. I love it. Past life reading for Katie R. Let's do this thing. All right, what's going on for Katie R, please, Spirit? Past life reading, specifically one that's affecting her in this life. Okay, so we had here the Six of Wands. Okay, so they're showing me, it's interesting. They're kind of pointing back to, they're pointing back to the Sam, whatever his name was, the Sam lifetime with the circus. They want to go back and revisit that, which we've already tuned into that energy of that past life, but there's something they want to point out about that life. And as I'd already tuned into that, we got the Fool energy, which almost looks like I almost read this like as a tightrope, like he's about to walk a tightrope, but there really is no rope there. And I know he was involved in the trapeze stuff. So to me, this is you getting a inspiration to start something new that can really benefit you, that is you showing up for you to create abundance for you. So it's almost like a business idea, a creative idea, literally just working on yourself. But I want to see if there's a different past life that they will take us to, or if they just want to focus on that past life from as Sam, the circus guy. The circus guy. Wow, it's very interesting. Yeah, they're showing me now a life. Yeah, Sam Doc. Yes, that was his name. I couldn't remember quite. Now I have chills. But this is now they're pointing me back to another time where you were. This was like in Renaissance times where you were. Oh my God! Wow. Okay, this. Okay, now I know why. Now I know why. Because this is basically pointing out your multifaceted energy, your multi-talented energy. Yeah, Sam Doc was a stage name. Okay, I love that. So they're showing me some. Okay, this might get controversial, guys. Please do not shoot the messenger. They're showing me like Leonardo da Vinci. They're showing me and I'm not taking this literally. So insert your own intuition here. And then they're also showing me like a Shakespearean play. They're showing me that just Leonardo or just Shakespeare didn't create these works of art that we, study and learn from and have grown from today. They're showing me that you were a contributing factor on some well-known piece of literature or art or music. And right as I said music, they're like, ding, 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 we have a winner. So that, oh, wow. And then they just gave me the name Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach, which I don't know a lot about Bach, like personally. So like it's just coming in. There was a piece of music that was created and credited to Bach, but you and two other people actually helped create. I think Bach was one of the three people working on this piece, but they said something about fugue B in fugue minor B, B flat. No, B flat, okay. Fugue B flat. There's a song called Fugue B flat. I don't know. But in a minor key. I don't know if that means anything to you. Look it up, but it's by Bach. And you, in a past life, were actually a female, not related to him, but someone he associated with to collaborate creatively. And you helped write that. And like nowadays, like if a singer-songwriter writes something, usually they also credit those who inspired them or who like made the melody or the beat or something. Like, in the CD inserts, you usually get the list of written by so-and-so, 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 and so-and-so. But like back in the day, they're just like, oh, Bach wrote that because he was involved in it. And like, yeah, there was really nowhere they're showing me, there may even be proof documented that someone helped doing this, but you worked on it. With this song specifically is one they're pointing out, but they're showing 3 more songs by Bach that you actually created the melody to, and then he created like harmonies with. And then there was one other person. You guys collaborated quite a bit together, at least for 4 different songs. And then they're showing me songs that you and this other person that collaborated that wasn't Bach, but it's a masculine energy, came together to kind of do your own thing. But again, it wasn't like you could, open up MySpace or, MySpace. Why did I say MySpace? Open up YouTube and upload your stuff, or Bandcamp, or, any of those, SoundCloud, any of those where you can put your own songs up and people can just come and collaborate. It's not like you guys, they're kind of showing me you did tour around and perform things for people, but it wasn't like we do now. But this is basically saying that you can tune into your musical talents, even if you don't feel you have any in this life. Any musical talent, or just knowing that you like certain songs and don't like certain other songs, is like a gift for you. And maybe even listening to music while working on whatever creative talent that you do have, it can really bring out that creativity even more. It kind of acts as a muse to you. Whatever music resonates with you. It doesn't have to be anything by Bach. It doesn't. They just brought that up to show that you can collaborate or work on your own as an artist, as a creative. Even if the creative project you're working on is just you, like, oh, that ain't no big thing. Like, that's a huge thing. Like, we are each and every one of us our own canvas to create the life that we want and become the person that we want, of course, within limits of what our soul has contracted for us. But tuning in, that's you tuning into what your soul has contracted for you to accomplish, be, experience, and do in this life, and really tune in and bring that forward. And I think it's going to start with you working on yourself and crafting your personality, your embodiment into the work of art that you know that it is, that maybe in the past you felt you like fell short in that area in some way, if that makes sense. But I just want to get one more animal message, just see anything else that needs to come through. Connecting these two lives, well, 3 lives, because they showed Sam Doc as well. These 3 lives together. Okay, we'll get into. Polar Bear was the first one I wanted to bring out. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to the outcome. Yeah. And I think, those past lives, you just did what you did. Even if you didn't get full credit for everything you did, you still showed up, you still benefited from it, you still loved it. And also Meerkat, get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. And there's that collaborative effort right there. So you don't have to do, things alone. I mean, yeah, working on yourself, that's kind of an alone or an inside job, but working with others, you can really benefit from that. Or even if you and say 2 or a couple other people, maybe even just one other person, like a friend. I'm picking up a lot of feminine energy though. So these feel like girlfriends, like, soul sister type energies, where you're each working on your own, like, level up yourself or whatever. What do they call these? Like masterminds, where each of you are kind of working on your own thing, but you're coming together to kind of share what you're going through, your wins and your hurdles and your obstacles, and coming together to share these things, so that you feel empowered and you feel, I don't want to say validated, because I don't think we need that validation from outside of us, but sometimes when we know we have to kind of check in with people, it kind of keeps us accountable to ourselves, if that makes sense. So finding a group of friends or even people you meet online that you consider more acquaintances that you can share your journey with, and they can share their journey with you, and it's like you're all benefiting. It's kind of like a writing critique group. Like everybody's critiquing each other's groups or writing, but this is more of a like self-development critique group. But maybe you're getting input from others, but others aren't like putting down what you're doing, if that makes sense. Not musically inclined in this life, but I've always felt that I could play piano or write music in a past life. Yep. Absolutely, you could. Absolutely. All right. Up next, we've got Ms. Free. You are next, my dear. Go ahead and post your question. And then Get to Leka Ray is on deck. Oh, you got full body tingles. You're going to research this. I can't wait to hear what you're saying, what it says. You're absolutely welcome. Yeah, you might have to timestamp this and go back and watch it a couple times, because I think a lot came through that may not even make sense right now. But even if it makes sense now, it's funny because Jesse and I were talking about this. It's like readings that we did or got from people like in the past. It's like I have a playlist of other like personal readings that I paid for on other people's live streams. Yes, Steffers, go ahead and post your question. I've been talking about the wrong Steph. You're not Steph Freeman. You're the other Steph. Steffers. So Steffers 1111, it's your question that we are answering now. So go ahead and post that and we'll get right into it for you. Let me update that list. My bad. There we go. But anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember. Yes. Sorry about that, Steffers. Yeah, the name Steph and Steph comes through and I'm like, oh, I gotta actually be more mindful of that. There's something I was getting, I don't remember what it was. Maybe it wasn't that important. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, like even readings from other readers that I, donated for in the past, like 2 years ago or something, like I go back to that playlist and find my comment, and then I find my timestamp, and then I go back and rewatch it, and a lot of times the information will resonate with whatever I'm going through whenever I feel called to go back and watch it. It's so crazy how that works. Love to know what's next for me. I keep seeing angel numbers about change and love, more insight. Okay, let's get into it. For Steffers, these messages, what's going on, what's next for her, what are these angel numbers about, what changes are coming, just anything that needs to come through. Okay, we got like 4 of them out here. So we got, the Hermit. Okay. The 9 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Sun. Wow. Okay. So yes, to me, this feels like, because look here, the hermit is in the dark. I mean, I know it doesn't look very dark, but like out those windows there, you can kind of see it maybe appears to be nighttime, and he's got a flashlight, so it's like leading the way. There's not a lot of light available to him, or it appears that way or seems that way. And then we have the 8 and 9 in between this, and then the sun, where there's no need for a flashlight. The sun is out, everything is illuminated and much happier, much brighter, just amazing. Oh, you've had no power since Sunday. Well, or Saturday. Well, there you go. And maybe the word Sunday, maybe the day Sunday is relevant because I accidentally said Sunday instead of Saturday when I read your comment there. Maybe something about this coming Sunday. You're kind of in hermit mode. You're introspecting, you're learning about something, you're researching something, or just working on something that has benefit to you, to your spiritual journey, to your understanding your own mental whatever and your own spiritual whatever. You're just wanting to learn more about this. And the way, once you kind of get this spark or intuition or inspiration about learning something about yourself that can expand out into your external world, you're going to then start working on this hobby or this idea, this craft, this could even be like, because it's about you and your own self-development, your own spiritual development, this could be you working diligently to overcome a habit. And if there is a habit that's popping into your intuition as I'm saying this right now, I would take that one habit and focus on overcoming that. Or if it's like a hobby or something, a skill you want to learn, again, use your intuition, whatever's popping in right now. Take this as a green light from the universe that it's time. Now is the time to dive in, to overcome that habit, to overcome that obstacle. I just heard to get that thing done, to get that house cleaned, to start that project, finish that project if you've already started, whatever it is, whatever that looks like, because it wants to lead you, spirit, your own higher self, want to lead you to recognition and a job well done, hard work paying off. Because this person here is in a recording studio and she's got a songbird here. And, you know, songbirds are messengers from spirit as well. So you may be getting a lot of downloads from spirit through songs. A lot of signs, symbols, synchronicities, possibly through birds. Birds have been popping up a lot for people. And I don't know if it's just because it's the time of year and birds are everywhere, but the bird messengers have been coming through like crazy on my readings. Yeah, so there's more bird symbolism and messages that birds are going to be very important coming up for you. And then we have here, very interesting on the sun card, there's these moths. They're very fat looking moths. They kind of remind me of the moth in the movie Silence of the Lambs, but they don't have that like skeleton thing on the back of it that appears to be like a skull. But I don't know what kind of moths. They got the real fat butt on them. Look at it. Real fat, big booty. But moth symbolism, it's got a very similar symbol to the butterfly, but with more shadow aspects to it, or more kind of like divine feminine dark energy. And dark, I don't mean dark as an evil, but like more shadow aspects. Being able to face your shadow, to look at it, to integrate it into your light. And going from the hermit, which is kind of shadow, if everything around this is shadow except this light, going from mostly shadow to all light, possibly some shadow, I don't know, with the moth here. But it's almost like going from dark with a little bit of light to light with a little bit of dark, if that makes sense. Something is being very illuminated for you. Big clarity coming in. That's kind of been a theme. Clarity, getting that clarity has been a theme lately. So confusion is being cleared. Stagnancy is being cleared. And that's one thing too with the sun. The sun is clarifying. The sun is purifying. The sun, you can put your, like I was talking with Jesse, again, we hung out the other day, putting your sheets or your crystals out in the sun. Of course, if they're really pigmented crystals, you want to be careful because they can get literally bleached. The sun can bleach clothing, lawn chairs, things like this. Things that are left in the sun can be bleached, purified, cleansed. But you are working to cleanse and heal something that you've had going on. What else is going on? Anything else? With these big symbols and changes, anything else Steffers needs to know? Snow leopard, take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. Hello. Can't even get it. Maybe you've been struggling to get some alone time, because I tried like 3 times to get this card off the table. And it was like mixed up in these other cards. So maybe other people are pulling on your attention, your time, your effort. Could even be like spending too much time watching YouTube or listening to people on social media. I mean, that's still immersing your energy in others. So this is pulling, maybe taking a detox where for 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, you're just not online. You're just focusing on yourself, your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own whatever. But yeah, you need some alone time to spend it in solitude. And then the other thing that came with it was the zebra. So let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. So this darkness going to light with the hermit to the sun here, this could be you facing your deep fears. Maybe some of this hard work you're putting in is overcoming with the habit stuff. Maybe a habit of negative thinking, the habit of just expecting the worst to happen and then you manifest that. It could be something like this. I say something almost like simple as this. Yes, it's simple, but it's not easy to completely stop doing that because we all as humans are kind of programmed and conditioned with the fight or flight and the ego to protect us and all this, which is valid in many ways, but we're not living out in the desert or the African savannah where, pretend this is a lion, and the zebra's always on like alert for the lions. It's like we don't have to live on that much fight or flight for the most part. I mean, don't go walking out in traffic and expecting everything's to be okay, but we have common sense for a reason. But also, so many of us are like just perma-stressed. Like we're constantly stressed, we're constantly worried, we're constantly having anxiety, and we're not supposed to be that way, especially in a time like this where we have the most comforts. And I mean, compare your life right now, Steffers, to a king of the Middle Ages. Like you have it so much better even than that king back then. Think about it. Like your life is so much better than that king back then because you have indoor plumbing. You have even more options and choices for clothing and food. And yeah, maybe we're not carrying around holding these very heavy like golden crowns with jewels in them, but like that's probably for the best because who wants to have neck pain from carrying that around on top of your head all day? But yeah, there's just this element, I guess, of gratitude for what you already have will get you more toward what you actually want to experience. Yeah, and focusing, not with the spiritually bypassing, but focusing on what you'd rather experience, dealing and facing with the issues that are plaguing you or following you around or bothering you or you feel like you just want to get away from. Actually turning around and facing those things could really bridge the gap between feeling alone without actually getting to be alone and feeling happy and positive and like life is going your way, if that makes sense. All right, Diamond Bay has donated. Thank you so much for your donation. I will add you to the list. Get to Leka Ray, you are next, my dear. Go ahead and post your question. I'm going to add Diamond Bay. Let's see. So she has donated for a 1-card read or a smaller read because I can never just pull 1 card. You guys know me. So Diamond Bay. Hey. Perfect. Okay. Get to Leka Ray and Diamond Bay. Hey, that rhymed. All right, itch my eye real quick. There we go. So what is coming up within the next few weeks? How will events affect various aspects of my life? Okay, let's tune in for Get to Leka the next couple of weeks. All right, what's going on for Get to Leka the next couple of weeks? Please, Spirit. All right, we have here the Knight of Swords. And I was going to mention the timeline I was kind of getting for the collective reading was 2 weeks. And I was going to say that as I was shuffling. It's 22-22 for a full read, 11-11 for, or anything, I guess, less than 22-22 for the partial read or 1-card read, I call it, but it's usually more than a 1-card read because I can't help myself. Yeah, 22-22 or whatever you're compelled to donate over and above that is always appreciated because all your donations do go to help my mom whose house burned down. So thank you so much for that. But I was getting to that point for you, Get to Leka, that maybe the collective reading would have something for you. And then this came out. And this came out also in the collective reading. So if you missed that, you can watch that toward the beginning of the live stream. But yeah, this is about good news. But again, maybe people are communicating toward you or coming toward you in a way that might sometimes feel like an attack, or they're being very passive aggressive with their words, or maybe even aggressive with their words. Because I'm not really reading this as your energy. To me, this feels like someone who's coming at you like, we need to get this done now. And they're very rude about it. And this is just keeping you from taking it personally. So try not to take anything someone's saying very harshly to you personally, because they're going through their own battle or issue right now. But yes, you will be recognized over these next 2 weeks. Someone somewhere in your work environment is going to recognize you for all that hard work you've put in. And I'm hearing a job well done. So something you did, you went over and above and beyond. You put your heart and soul into something, and someone is going to recognize it. And it's not just some random coworker. This to me feels like someone who's in a position to either give you some sort of promotion or raise, or be in the ear of the person who's giving you or could give you a promotion or a raise, because you have been going above and beyond in pretty much every area at work, and that is being recognized. Especially if you haven't felt very recognized with what you've had going on. That's exactly what you're going through. Wow, yes. All right, what else? Yeah, and then King of Pentacles, there's that raise in energy. Promotion, more money, more abundance, more perks. If it doesn't come in the form of a raise or a promotion, this could just be more perks at work or more vacation time, something like this that's actually a benefit to you. This is abundance coming in, and being able to have your cake and eat it too is what I'm hearing. So to me, this does feel like a very playful energy, because we do have like a heart-shaped toy box back here. So it's like really tuning into your heart to play more, to get out more and do something fun, something that you enjoy, and balancing all that work out with some play, because you deserve it, and I think you need it. It's not even just like, oh, that would be nice, but like, I think your energy needs it. And when you can feel rest, recuperated, rejuvenated before coming back to work, you can show up in a higher capacity at work even, and that will also be recognized. All right, let's get one more the next 2 weeks of these tarot cards, and we'll get some other guidance as well. All right, Diamond Bay has donated for a full reading. Awesome. Yes, more recognition for your work. Look at this. Wish fulfillment. Both of these cards do deal with recognition. Look at all those awards he's got in the back here. He's earned all of those. He's worked diligently for all of those. Those weren't just handed to him. He worked for those. And yeah, you really do need to play, but it's so tight right now, right? I know, I totally get it. It's like, I would love to play, but like, I got all this work to do, and there's literally just not enough time in a day. I totally get that. I know I have a totally different job than you. I've got many different little jobs, but yes, this to me feels like you will be getting recognized and rewarded for the effort you've put forward. Let's just see any other things she needs to know about over the next couple of weeks, please, Spirit. To like a ray. We have honeybee, and normally, busy as a bee is what you hear. You're busy as a bee. Bees work until they die. Like literally, that's what bees do. They barely rest at all, and they have a very, very short lifespan because all they do is work. So it says, let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation, which really has nothing to do with the work stuff specifically, but I'm really seeing this as you having compassion for yourself, forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for others that may be kind of snappy towards you at work and going through their own stuff. But being compassionate, playing from your heart, not allowing people who are at work that are stressed out and taking it out on you, not allowing them to get between you and what you're trying to accomplish is really what I see here. And then we also have the rattlesnake. Ooh, so there's like a warning. I'm not even reading that yet, but like the rattle on the end of the tail of the rattlesnake, it's like a warning. Hey, if you get any closer, I'm going to bite you, and I'm a venomous snake, and it's not going to be pretty. So maybe you need to set some boundaries. But you're doing it from your heart. You're doing it compassionately. Maybe even having to speak out. Maybe there's an instance coming up where someone just railroads you, or is just in your face with something, and you need to lovingly and compassionately put some boundaries up and say, hey, you can't talk to me like that, or hey, I'm doing the best I can, and just standing up for yourself in some way. But it says, the experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. Look at that. Yeah, you're going through all these rigorous paces at work because it's teaching you about balance, about compassion, about being able to heal yourself so you can lead a long life and continue going. But it's just not all about work. You got to put some play in there. You got to put some rest in there. Hello, Shruti. Welcome. This is about balance, finding that balance. My new energy is I'm snapping back at them sometimes. Also, complained against one of them, unlike my nature. Yeah, but it's almost like you've been kind of forced into a corner. And sometimes when you're backed into a corner, the only thing you can do is be on the offense. And that's what they've done. But I'm seeing you, again, I didn't really read this as your reading, or your energy with this card specifically. But in the collective reading, I did mention, watching your tongue, because you might say the wrong thing to the wrong person and get in trouble. I kind of mentioned that in the collective, so you can go back. But as long as you're aware of it and you're thinking before you're speaking, you should be just fine. Because I think a lot of the people, or some of the people you're dealing with in these situations, they're just speaking or reacting without even thinking. And I think a lot of times they're like, man, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have acted that way. I shouldn't have done that. But, it's out. They've said it. They've done it. It's done. But yeah, I think you are better at thinking before you speak than these other people you're involved with. But, just being very mindful of, the actions you're taking, the things you're saying before you actually do them can really help. Because a lot of times that Knight of Swords doesn't plan. They just dive into action, and then they find themselves out of steam or into a corner. But it's also very quick moving energy. So this something might be resolved by the time Mercury turns direct, which I think is June 2nd in where you're at, get to Leka. But you can Google whenever Mercury goes direct and find out that information. Because I think once Mercury goes direct, you won't have all of that kind of snippy communication going on. Yeah. All right. So I hope that resonated for you, get to Leka. Big hugs. Yeah, be careful. Thanks. Anger fuels such things. It really does. But yeah, even if you just need to walk away and spend 5 minutes in the bathroom just doing some breathing to connect yourself, to center yourself, to calm yourself, that can really help you. And I'm getting major crown tingles now. So yeah, you can even call on your guides and angels to help make things less stressful. Asking them to dial down the workload, dial down the stress levels, dial down the anxiety, and your guides can step in and help with that. We always, at least I do, I always forget that I can ask my angels for help when I've got some struggles. I always forget that. I know they're still helping and they're still there, but when we can ask and give them that permission to help us, they can help us even more than they already are, if that makes sense. So I hope that resonated for you, get to Leka. Thanks again for your donation. Always appreciated. And my sweet Diamond Bay, we're going to get into your question, and that is the last one that I have a donation for. So anyone else looking to get their question answered today can donate. Otherwise, we'll be closing out right after Diamond Bay her question is finished. So you are so welcome. Absolutely. So Diamond Bay says, who has their eye on me and that I don't know of their actions? Okay. So let's tune into who this person could be. Ooh, it's already coming out. I can get it. There we go. Squeaky chair. Ooh, the devil came out, but it was upside down. So maybe in the back of your head, you're like, maybe nobody has their eye on me. But no, I do see someone that does have their eye on you. And this to me feels like Capricorn energy. This is Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, or prominent placement within Capricorn. Or they may just have earth energy as well. But there's someone who's not good for you anyway. So whether you know who this person is or not, they're not somebody I think you would entertain going with or going after or making a relationship with, because they may be into drugs, alcohol. And even if you're into those things, it's like this person takes it to another level. This person's just extra with some of the things they do, risky behavior. I don't even want to, I don't know if I should say, maybe this person's into like extreme sexual behavior as well. But this person also does give off a very sexy aura. So they may be someone you are kind of attracted to, but they're like a bad boy or like a bad boy persona. Yeah, there's more earth energy. Yeah, and I'm seeing this heart-shaped box in the back. It's like, I'm hearing the Backstreet Boys song, Quit Playing Games with My Heart. And I know Heart-Shaped Box actually is a Nirvana song. But I'm hearing Quit Playing Games with My Heart because this is like a heart-shaped toy box. Like there's a lot of toys in here, and most people play with toys. Like children, they'll play with toys. And it's like playing games with the heart-shaped box. And then heart-shaped box could be, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a double entendre for something else. But I do see, I'm already sensing though, there's another energy. There's two people that are attracted to you. And I think this other person that's now coming into my awareness is a much better fit for you. So let's tune into their energy as well. Yeah, Eight of Wands. This person might be musically inclined or very creative in some way. This is a different person than this person here. This is also a fire sign, but I'm really picking up Leo. Leo energy, or also a fire sign. Capricorn's not fire. This person is a fire sign, but I'm picking up Leo, specifically Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, possibly in Leo. They could also be another fire sign like Aries or Sagittarius as well. They may have a very thin build and maybe longer hair. What else is going on with this other energy coming toward you? Three of Cups. Yeah, this might be a friend. This might be someone you already know or someone you had been friends with in the past. But they are very, very creative or musically inclined in some way. And they are someone you think fondly of. If you're not physically attracted to this person, at least their personality is something that you could build that physical attraction toward. Let's see who else or what else is going on with this person, their intentions toward Diamond Bay. Knight of Cups, which is very romantic energy, emotional connection. And then there's like soul family here. So this is a soulmate. If this is not someone you already know, maybe that vibe I'm getting could be from a past life. I wish I had their initials or something. Yeah, let's just see if we can tune in. See if there's any signs on this. Oh, well, we got the name Leonard Cohen here on the thing. So their initials could be L or C, or they could have an L or C in their name. Or Ion. You know, I'm really picking up on Xavier. Yeah, I'm not seeing Ion's energy in this person here. But Xavier, let's just get what do you call it? Word of affirmation or, confirmation if this is Xavier's energy. I'd say if this feels like Xavier, that it could be. We do have the X there. The X is the first thing on the card. And then XX, yes, judgment, spiritual connection. Wow, this could be Xavier. Absolutely. Is he musically inclined? Or do you feel like a soul connection to him? Because, or if he's not musically inclined, maybe he loves music, listening to music, talking about music, wears a lot of band t-shirts. But at the very least, this person is creative. And there is a spiritual connection that you have with this person, with this combination here. And maybe you even bond with him over music, quite possibly. I mean, yeah, technically I'm using the Grunge Tarot, but there's a lot of music symbolism even just in the cards that we've got here. I don't know if you've ever gone to a concert with him or some sort of celebration with him, but that's what this card could indicate. Or maybe this is in the future, quite possibly. Where am I going? I want to go, for some reason, over here. Regular Rider-Waite Tarot. Just anything else we need to know about this connection to Xavier and his intentions toward Diamond Bay. Yeah, he may be going through some struggles right now. But look, he's looking for new love. He will be looking for some love soon, but he's just been going through some inner struggles. And I'm really reading this kind of lighthouse in the back of this judgment as a tower, but it's like the light is on. The tower has been or will be reconstructed, especially if you did have a falling out with him or he's not in your life anymore. Like that's kind of the vibe, or maybe you just haven't heard from him or talked to him in a while. He's been going through some things that you may not even know about. May have been a death in his family or just things that have really been putting him through the ringer mentally that he struggled with. Could even have been a breakup. But the Ace of Cups here, there could be a potential for a connection. Or I could, because this does indicate a new relationship, but this could also be like self-love. Like I'm seeing self-love. Oh, you have not talked to him. Never talked to him. Okay. So there's that vibe of like past life that I was getting with this. Like this could be a past life connection, if that makes sense. That, like I had mentioned before we tuned into his energy, that if you don't know this person in this life, it could be someone from a past life. So that very well could be that you had a past life with him where you guys were friends or you were connected in some way on a soul level. Let's just see any outcome energies. Does he know you exist? So if you've never talked to him, obviously you know who he is because you know his name. But maybe just clarify for me if he knows that you exist, because that could really help. Because I think he would have to know you exist for him to go in your direction. if that makes sense. But let's just see if he does know you exist or did know you exist. Oh, he knows. Okay, good. um, yeah, there just might be something with him that he feels was out of balance because with this combination, this is being confused about like could even be a Libra energy. Maybe he's even confused about maybe he broke up with a Libra or had a Libra in his life that is no longer with him. Maybe they passed away or they broke up, something like this. Spirit's kind of leaving this open-ended because he's going through not just one thing, but like many different things. But yeah, he might be confused about what the right move is where you're concerned right now because he is dealing with some heavy, burdensome things in his life. Yet at the same time, he will be interested in putting himself out there in a love relationship probably in the next 6 months is what I'm reading with this. Yeah, but this is him wanting justice for something that happened. I don't know if the person that passed away, it was not an accident. It feels more intentional, like could have been a drunk driving car accident or someone purposely hurt someone else and then they lost their life. I'm not seeing this as his energy, but this is something he's been dealing with. Even if this happened many years ago, it's something he still struggles with because they're putting spirit is putting this into his present moment. Even if this isn't a recent occurrence for him, this is something he still struggles with on the daily, and it really does affect his love life in some way or the way that he loves himself, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's just get an outcome. Xavier and Diamond Bay coming together. Outcome. Most likely outcome on this current timeline. Knight of Swords. So there might be some communication soon. Again, this Knight of Swords keeps coming out today. So this is fast moving, swift moving communication or going in a new direction or starting something new. So I think he'll be able to, if you're on his radar, he'll know that he can take action. But again, he might be just working through some confusion right now that is maybe blocking this connection or making it so things aren't moving forward. Woo. All right. So I just want to get one word of advice for Diamond Bay with this connection. Woo. Things are flying everywhere. We got Snow Leopard. Take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. Yeah, so this Ace of Cups could even be you really tuning into your own love of yourself, taking care of yourself, self-love, self-care, all those things. And that alone time, that solitude that this card speaks of can really help you tune into your heart and realize what is meant for you, who is meant for you. It may or may not be Xavier. They're not saying it's a bad thing at all, but he just may not be quite ready yet, but very soon will be ready over these next 6 months for a relationship. Whether it's with you or someone else, I guess that remains to be seen. But Spirit's not like saying this is a dead end or anything. So your free will be the one to determine if this relationship is going to work out or not. But this thing with Ion, I don't see that. I'm almost reading this as his energy. Even if he doesn't exude himself as this devil energy to you, there are a lot of games being played where you're concerned with Ion. Yeah. So I would say he's probably not your best interest to move forward with Ion. It would be Xavier over Ion every day of the week, if that makes sense. All right. I hope that resonated for you, Diamond Bay. Thanks again for your lovely donation. You're so sweet. It's always a pleasure to read for you, and you are absolutely so welcome. All right, let's see if we have any other donations. Okay, looks like that was our last donation. So anyone looking to get a guaranteed read today can always send a donation. Otherwise, I'm going to be signing off for the day. Those of you looking for just a free reading, I did do a collective reading at the beginning that you can go back to once this posts for your answer to your question over there. And what else do I have going on? I have a couple recent readings over on my main channel. First thing linked in the description below. My most recent one was about your path moving forward or the path ahead for you, Spirit's guidance and advice on that. And we got some really deep and profound information on that. And I have my June pick a card reading already out. So for those of you that are looking to figure out what's coming up for you this next month, that is out. Again, first thing linked in the description is my main channel. You can find all of that over there. And I will be back here again on Friday. Same time, maybe. I gotta figure out my schedule Friday because my son they're doing a wax museum and he chose to do Michael Jordan. So he has to wear the jersey and all the thing. He did a whole report, a whole like what do you call it? Like a PowerPoint presentation on Michael Jordan, his accomplishments, his childhood, his everything in between. Um, and he's so excited about that. And that's going to be taking place on Friday. So I will be seeing that on Friday. Aren't these cool cards, Michelle? Hello, Michelle. I will see you later today in like 2 hours, right? A little less than 2 hours for your mentor session. I'm excited to see you. Yeah, I just got these grunge tarot cards yesterday and I'm already obsessed. I love these so much. We could probably do a reading during your session with these. I'm excited. Thank you so much, Alessa. Yeah, it sounds fun. He's been working hard on it, so he's excited to bring that to life for the Wax Museum. And saw the latest pick a card, chose 1 and 2, and they were always bang on as always. Oh, I'm so glad they resonated for you. And I have another pick a card reading coming out tomorrow. Let me just remind myself of what the theme was, because I have filmed so many recently. I forgot. Oh, yay. Yeah, the next one coming out is a message that's following you. And we're going to dive into what the message is, what the signs, symbols, and synchronicities mean that have been following you around, and any future sign, symbols, synchronicities, and messages, and advice and wisdom from spirit. We went deep on that one too, and I'm super, super excited. And that one, yeah, okay. I was like, that one's a 4-pile, no, but that's a 3-pile reading. And then the next reading I did, which will be out next Monday. Which one was it again? I gotta remember. It was a message from spirit, and I just left it open-ended that anything that spirit needed to come through would come through. And that's a 4-pile reading. So I'm gonna have 4 options instead of my regular 2 or 3. I normally just tend to do 3, and if I'm in a quickie picky mood, I'll sometimes do 2 options. And I once in a great while will do 4 options. And I just felt called to do 4 options, and I know why now. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. But that one will be out Monday, and then I'm filming for the next Thursday a pick a card about the week ahead. So it'll just be diving into the week ahead, and it's a timeless one that I can just add to my week ahead reading or the next 7-day reading playlist that I already have over there. But there are already a bunch of week ahead readings in my timeless playlist on my main channel. Again, first thing linked in the description if you're interested in checking that out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I don't think we have any other donations. Nope, we're good. So I'm not leaving anyone hanging or high and dry here. So I will see you guys Friday. Again, TBD on when Friday, but it's probably going to be sometime in the morning or early afternoon because I already have to leave after 2 p.m. Mountain Time. I got to go to the school and pick up the kids. So Friday. So yes, that will be Friday, and I will see you sometime before 2 p.m. on Friday. And if I can't line it out that way, it might be Friday evening. We don't have baseball Friday evening. But again, I kind of have to check my schedule because I want to do something either Thursday or Friday with someone. And yeah, you need to get those. Yes, see you soon. I'll see you soon, Michelle, and I'll see all the rest of you soon, hopefully on Friday or at any point between now and then over on my main channel. I love you guys, and thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative Live. All right, you guys, have a wonderful and blessed Wednesday. Bye!